Today we're going to talk about a quick little bit that I call the priority progress matrix. And all it is a simple visualization to see how fast you can expect to progress based on how much of a priority your nutrition and training is in your life. So on the y-axis here, I have your progress. At the bottom, slow, steady, fast, and then on the x-axis, we have priority, low, middle, and top. And then I have a couple scenarios that I labeled with grades, I guess you could say. Not necessarily that this is best, but just as an easy way to think about a visualization that most people can relate to. So with this first top scenario, right, in your life, training and nutrition is a top priority, right, so that you can expect to progress the fastest. The scenario that I will use here is maybe a single young professional who has a very low stress job, no wife, no children, no real obligations besides paying some maybe college loans back, things like that, and then are very dedicated. They really like training, they're really into that, and maybe doesn't also drink alcohol, so they can make a lot of progress very fast. In the middle here, we have someone who it is less of a priority but can still make steady progress. So maybe using that kind of same example of that gentleman, maybe he's 10 or 15 years older at this point and is a higher up in the company, more stressful job, but maybe still doesn't have any children or a wife. So he can still dedicate as much time as he would like to outside of a very engaging and active role at work. So certain things might get blown up, like he might be planning to prep his food for the week and he gets a last minute business trip to the other side of the country or internationally or something like that. Can still make great progress, but will have some setback weeks based on schedule, work commitments, things like that. Down here we have the lower priority and you make slower progress. So the example that I think of here is a single mom. So single mom, she's got say 2 kids at home that are under 5 years old. They require tons of attention, obviously, not that I would know, but what I would imagine, and it's just not going to be that high of a priority for her, so she makes slower progress. Now, she still can make progress, but it's just not as fast because of the other commitments in her life. And lastly, we have here an F. Pretty self-explanatory here. This is where most people who want to diet and get into a healthier body range find themselves, and it is because it is not a priority. Things will always get shifted in front of it. On Sunday, when they know they need to prep their food for the week, they end up watching football or going to the bar to get beers with their friends or something like that. It is not a priority. Anything that comes up gets placed ahead or in front of their training and nutrition goals, which is why they make zero progress. So just a little visualization here to help you see kind of where you think about your training and nutrition ranking in your own life. Not that any position is better or worse, it's just to wrap your head around it and be able to look at objectively and see maybe why, if you're comparing yourself to another person, if they're making faster progress than you or slower progress, you have to think about where they're able to prioritize their training and nutrition in their own life and how that represents how fast or slow they will make progress.